Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for watching today, day 2 of 5 of the Energy Bus by John Gordon. So today we're going to go over, since there's 10 rules that he comes up with, I'm going to go through the first 3 rules today and kind of put my little twist on it, of course. So hopefully you got the book or downloaded it. It's a great, short, easy, fun read. So the first rule was you're the driver of your bus. This is a very important, well, they're all important, but this is so important. That's why it's number 1, is because so many times I see this in coaching agents and talking to agents and seeing what they're doing with their business. They're not, your day-to-day life you might not be the driver of your bus. You need to make sure you're in control of your days. Of course, things come in. I mean, not to use a comparison of driving a bus. There's going to be traffic. There's going to be other cars. There's going to be people crossing the street. There's going to be things every day. But one thing that the author brings up that's important of when you might be in control, or take control, but you have to have vision. You have to decide where you're going, like a trip. Where are you going? What's your vision of where you're going? And you've got to be able to do that. So he brings up 3 questions that you have to ask yourself all of the time. Is what is my vision for life? What is my vision for work? And what is my vision for relationships and with family and friends? Those are the 3 components of life. Like, what do you want to do your whole life as a whole? What are you going to do for work, and what's going to make you happy, and what's your vision for work, and what's your vision with your relationships and your family, friends, and the people around you, and what you want to do. I know this from experience. Most of us in today, and not to use my 50 years of experience of life, in my opinion, is that most people today are not driving their bus. There's so many other things that, because we're so connected. Again, this is my take on it. It's not in the book, and this is kind of how I made it my own, is that we're not in the driver's of bus because we're so connected all of the time. How many of us, if you're watching this, listening to this, how many of you at the end of the day, after work or whatever you're doing, have all the people that are closest to you, you've already spoke to about a dozen times throughout the day? If talk to your parents, your grandparents, talk to different people. We were not disconnected. We just had different visions and different priorities every day. And not having those distractions or traffic jams or new things that come in to our lives every day, sometimes we lose our vision, we lose our focus. So that's number 2. 2, desire, vision, and focus move your bus in the right direction. So you have to have the desire. The focus is the most important thing. And the author brings up in the book, good point, is that buildings don't get built without focus. Paintings don't get painted without focus. Art, anything that needs to be created, there's a focus there. And imagine, I mean, I'll just use, and they didn't bring it up in the book, but like a doctor. You need a doctor that's doing surgery. Do they need their cell phone right next to them on the operating table, on the little table with all of the other instruments that they need for surgery? No, but we do it. We do it. How many people have their phone right next to them, right here, right next to them every day, all day long? And there's information, social media, kids, family, friends that don't know what your vision is and what your focus is every day, and takes up from what you want to accomplish. So the point I'm getting at is that you have to have focus and vision. Say that to yourself every day. What is my vision for life? What is my vision for work? What is my vision, and what you want to accomplish for that day? And the author brings up a good point of taking some time every day to do a little meditation, maybe 10 minutes, just meditating on what your vision is, and especially for that day. Now, again, my twist on some things is and from coaching agents, and I try to time block them and tell them what they should be doing. how many of us, especially us with kids, how many of us, the people closest to you, they give you their schedule of what you have to do in their lives. I know with kids, we have to do it, spouses, everybody. Are you the person that is the keeper of the schedules? How many of you give those people in your life your schedule of what you're going to do? Because you're the driver of your bus. You're the employer of yourself. You're your own boss. Are you writing yourself a schedule each day of what you have to do and when you have to do it, and give it to the people around you? Because the people in your life that your family, your friends, the people that you almost on every day or more than every day, or they're constantly in your life because you love them and want them into your life. But if they're taking up your time, they're your team. They're your life team. That's my take on it. It's your life team. They're not always helping you in business. They're not, making calls for you or setting up appointments for you, but they're your life team. You've got to make sure your team knows what your visions are for everything. They have to know what your focus is for the day, or buildings don't get built, paintings don't get painted unless you're focused, and you have to let the people around you know when you're busy. So I've said that, and the agents watching this, if you heard me say this to you, you're hearing it again, is that you have to come up with a schedule, share it with everybody. How many of us, I just used the kid example because I got 4 kids, and how many of us every time, especially now with school, boom, right on the refrigerator, right on a board, or in an email or whatever, I have everybody's schedule, what everybody's doing, when they have to start school, end school, when they got to go to practice, when they got to do this, when they got to do that. I rarely, but they know my work schedule, but do you rarely give them your schedule? Put dad's schedule, put mom's schedule, and they have to help you, because they're part of your team, help you get to control your vision and what you want to do. You don't have to do this all the time. It's a give and take. Yes, you're going to have to take kids to practice and to school and to different places and events, but also you don't want people to be time vampires of you and take away your time because you're so giving and so loving. I see this all of the time. They're so giving and loving that you put them above your vision and goals and work. So the next thing is fuel your ride. Number 3 is fuel your ride with positive energy. The author brings up an example, Einstein, the theory E equals MC squared, energy. It's that energy is always around us. There's energy, there's positive energy, negative energy. There's things that bring it, gain energy and give positive energy, things that take away. So you've got to make sure that you're trying to do your best to build your own inside of you, your own positive energy, and not be around as often as the people that are taking away your energy. So I know life with family and friends and work and things, there's so many things that you have to do in life. You just got to do them. But make sure they're not draining your energy so you can't accomplish the things that you want to accomplish, or minimize it to as much as possible on that. And then you want to make sure that everybody on your team, your life team, knows what you need to do to build your positive energy, keep your positive energy, and minimize it. With kids, it's hard. I know that. Been through it, still going through it. It's hard sometimes, but make sure you know everybody on your team knows what to do and what you want to do, and have a schedule, and make sure it's organized, focused, showing your vision. And your life team needs to know what your visions are and what you want to do. And one important thing is think different in a way. Don't think of what you don't want, and think about what you do want. Example, like if you think, I don't want to fail, I don't want to not have 4 sales this month, I don't want to feel disconnected with my family because I'm working so hard, I don't want to miss out on parties and events with family because I'm working nights and weekends all the time, because real estate's nights and weekends. We miss a lot of things when we're busy. Don't think about all the things you don't want. Think about the things that you do want. I want to succeed. I want to have more sales. I'll have more money to pay off bills, to retire, to pay for kids' college, to do whatever. Think of the positive things, not the things that you might be losing, because it's everything in life's a give and take. If you work harder, longer hours, do your vision, you're going to have, there's things that you're going to, if you want to use the word, miss out, or have to balance, or juggle, or reschedule. Example I use with a lot of agents: are you the type of person that every time your phone rings, you pick it up? You don't have to. I know people, and I see this in a lot of agents, and they laugh every time I say that. It's every time you're, of course, if they're kids, it's an emergency, a family member, yes, you have to pick up. But it's every time, like if a long lost friend just texts you, or emails you, or not emails, but calls you, or texts you, or do you text right back? Yes, it's great, text right back, but don't have a conversation. You're in your focus, you're in your world, you're in your thing. You're in your vision to create what you want that day. If you don't already have this, if you have an iPhone, I'm not too sure about Droids, you have these little buttons that when someone's calling you, to hit with a response. And you can create your own response to that. And I've taught a lot of agents about this. If you're watching this and you've taught that, you've heard this before, is that you could create your own response. Just like if you've had people, you text them or call them and it auto replies to you, I'm driving right now. I've had agents write in there, I'm sorry, I'm working right now, I'll call you later tonight. So many times there's distractions because we have our cell phones and we're connected to everything. And nowadays, if you really look into your iPhone and Droid, sometimes there's apps and there's programs you can to minimize how much notifications you get, news you get, when you can do it. You could really help technology help you control your time and control that. So I'm sorry, I kind of went off tangent there about how, again, but I wanted you to see what my mind, when I was reading this part of the book, where my mind is going with things. So again, those top three things, the number 1, 2, and 3 was: be the driver of your bus, desire, vision, and focus moves your bus in the right direction, and fuel your ride with positive energy. So hopefully take those three things, think about it today, take 10, 15 minutes every day to do some meditation or thought when it's just about you, it's just about your vision, what you want to accomplish, and to remind yourself each day. I know most of us have a million things going through our mind at all times, but try to meditate about and concentrate on that one thing. It really does get you. I mean, I know it for myself. If I spend 10, 15 minutes of just positive thoughts of what I want to accomplish for the day, what I want for the day, you're really going to see a difference in that, and visualize what you want to accomplish. And I forgot I was going to use a sports reference. And I rarely do, but I do. Two sports references I always remember about vision is Michael Jordan visualizing every shot before it leaves his hand. He visualized it going in the basket before it even leaves his fingers. He sees it. He has a mental vision of what it's going into. That's what you have to feel about your day. And another one, the one I always remember, Wayne Gretzky. If you have heard this before, he always said, how are you always in the right place at the right time? And the one thing is he pictures in his head, not where the puck is where the puck is going. So I use that again. He visualizes not where the puck is, where the puck's going. So in a day-to-day, I kind of visualize where my day is going by my schedule and start planning a little bit for if things come up, when I could reschedule things, move things of what I have to accomplish. So you're going to have distractions each day, and you might not get things done between 10 and 12 when you wanted to, but have where your day's going. And that's kind of what I do. Okay, if this happens during the day, I'm going to move this appointment here or reschedule here. Of course, my assistant Brooke is knows this daily. And Brooke, if you're watching, me rescheduling calls and appointments sometimes because I get stuck handling something. So visualize that. Think about those two things. Michael Jordan thinking about visualizing the ball going in the basket before he even puts the ball up, and Wayne Gretzky not visualizing. He's not going to the puck. He's not chasing the puck. He's visualizing where the puck's going to be and going there first, so he's ready for it when it gets there. So I like those two quotes, and I thought this is the perfect time to use those two. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Get the book if you can, download it. And remember, use me as a resource. I'm here if you ever want to discuss this and ideas and thoughts. I'm happy to do that with anybody. It doesn't matter what company you're with. And I love doing it every day. So that's it. We'll see you tomorrow for the next 2 rules of the energy bus. Bye-bye.